At one point, Suge was your bodyguard.
Yeah, Suge was about to go on tour with DLC and me, so it was cool. It was a great guy. Like it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on how his life changed as well. Like I always say, he's always treated me well. We had our little differences back in the day, but as men, we settled it. And I wish him the very best.
What was it like back then? What was he like back then? Was
He was just a nice guy, just a nice big dude, just trying to make it.
There was no signs of...
Oh, none.
That he was going to turn out that? What was
right.
there? Was there any signs that he wanted to do music the way he did music?
No, I just think it happened. Just like, that's how life is. Sometimes you can be at the right place at the right time, and bam, you just take off, and it just went from one thing to another. Next thing you know, he was the man.
At one point, Suge called you to his office?
Yeah, because I was doing something illegal, and it had something to do with him, so we settled it like men, and kept it moving.
You don't want to talk about it?
Nope, don't want to talk about it. But we did all right. We're not mad at each other. We just he knew what kind of man I was. I knew what kind of man he was, and I was wrong, so I handled it like a man.
Okay. What do you think about everything he's going through right now?
Like I just said, I wish him the best. It's sad what he's going through. To be on top of the mountain and then be where you are, that's mentally tough.
Well, what'd you think about Michael Jordan's Last Dance?
That's a good question. I had mixed feelings. When I watched the interview, I didn't like Michael Jordan when I saw The Last Dance, because I felt like the players was in a toxic atmosphere. And if you ever been around people who are poison, or people who were kind of haters and they made coming to work or being in the same room with you uncomfortable, I felt for the players. I felt that's how they felt when dealing with him at practice. And they had to kiss his ass to not be blackballed or him to do something to you. And I don't think no man should have to go through that. But as a player, he was great. But when I saw The Last Dance, I didn't like it.
Do you think that's what made him so great? Was that
I still think you can
attitude?
get the same results by still being a nice person. You just got to know when to delegate authority. When people are not used to power, that's usually how they act. People with power and understand power know how to smooth it out, make it right.
You knew Michael Jordan, right? Or know him?
Yeah, I know him very well.
You guys still talk?
I haven't seen him in years, but I'm quite sure we saw each other, we said hello. But we was close at one time. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any stories about Michael Jordan?
No, just a great guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a great guy. Other than seeing The Last Dance.
I think I seen somewhere that somebody from Nike told you or him that he made more money 1 year off of Jordans than he did his whole career.
It's possible, but I don't think I did that. I don't think it was me. But I think I read that article somewhere where at that time he did make more money but most artists, most athletes do that now. They make more money endorsing their product compared to being a player. At least back then. Now I'm quite sure, depending on who you are, the checks are phenomenal.
Well, there was the tipping story.
Okay, so yeah, back in the day. So the reason why I probably answer the question is because it's something that I've already done already. So it's like when I do stand-up comedy, I try not to repeat the same jokes. So I try not to always answer the same question. So since you know the answer to that question already, give me a new question.
Okay. Well, that was the only story I could find on there. That's
okay.
Why,
yeah, other than that, I think the Last Dance thing was great. And I think the tipping with Michael Jordan, which was in the 90s, that was just the kind of person he was. He just didn't leave a big tip. And I was just paying attention to, because we was drinking a lot. And the tip was very small. But maybe he felt that's the way he should move at that particular time. So